We have a few historical attractions in our backyard. These landmarks tell us about the important history around our offices. The information is according to press release from the Loma Linda Areas Park and Historical Society. Let's begin with the Mill Creek Sanja, an irrigation ditch constructed by the Serrano, Cahuilla, and Tongva Native Americans under the direction of the Spanish in 1819. Diverting water from the Mill Creek to the Mission Farm was a defining moment in our history. The Sanja powered mill and watered the very first citrus plantings in our valley, stated Jim Shipp, president of the Loma Linda Parks and Historical Society. For the next 100 years, the Sanja was the lifeblood of the south side of the valley. Although water no longer flows through the Loma Linda section of the Sanja's history still shapes Loma Linda. The Sanja ended what is now Loma Linda, but then was called the Huacharma Rancheria, a native settlement that the Spanish claimed as their own. Because of the Sanja's presence, the area around the rancheria later became a key place for early Mormon settlement in the mid-1800s. On the banks of the Sanja in Loma Linda, Anson Van Leuven grew the first orange trees in the area, and soon others followed suit. The Mill Creek Sanja is a bicentennial landmark of the California Resources Commission and California Registered Landmark number 43. The Sanja has been recognized by the Redland City Park Department, the San Bernardino County Museum, and has a National Register designation as well. The San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors was presented a certification that the Sanja was a historic civil engineering landmark in 1972. The Huacharma Rancheria was an Indian village of 200 to 500 Native Americans, located along what is now Mission Road between California Street and Mountain View Avenue in Loma Linda. The area was also referred as the Old San Bernardino or Cottonwood Road. Some historical researchers believe that the location of the temporary chapel for the Rancho San Bernardino was in the immediate vicinity of the Huacharma Rancheria, where the present monument is located on the north side of Mission. The mission provided agricultural instruction to local Indians while bringing them under the influence of the Catholic Church. Now, moving forward, we are in a 19th century Victorian house built in the 1800s, one of 35 homes built by Stratus Development Company by the Curtis family and moved to Heritage Park in Loma Linda to preserve its heritage. We are sitting in the Loma Linda's Heritage Park, founded in 1851. The citrus trees were removed because they were past their prime and they were not able to harvest any longer. The property had been a part of the San Bernardino County unincorporated area, but was always within the Loma Linda sphere of influence. The house built by Curtis family in the late 1800s joined two other historic homes moved to the park, the Curtis Fisk House and the Cole House in 2016. Moving forward to the train, the locomotive, a 1954 Alco S4 diesel switcher, was donated by the city by the California and Eastern Railway Company, a small group headed by a former fire chief, Roland Crawford. The locomotive 921 S4 was built by Alco in December 1954. It was the 8,965 locomotive. It was also known as the Northern Pacific 721. It was sold to Pacific Rail Services in 1989 and retired in 1989 in Colton, California. Without the rail transport, the citrus industry would have never had any success at all, stated Jim Shipp, president of the Loma Linda Parks and Historical Society and chairman of the city's Historical Commission.